Today in sociology, we were talking about beliefs. My professor said, Sarah, you claim that dinosaurs never existed. How would you get people to believe that? 2 words. A library.
And the whole class applauded.
Psh, what do you know, Sarah? Dinosaurs are real. I saw them in a movie with Chris Pratt, so they must be real. Megandamutt presents People Lying on the Internet. My English professor walked into class, saw algebra on the board and yelled,
"Oh, what the F is this? Get me an eraser before I pass out."
Yeah, no, if my professor saw that on the board, he would first torch the board with a flamethrower and then start asking questions after. Them. My kids love Fruit Loops for breakfast. My kids.
Look at all the food dye. That's not a good breakfast.
Not a good breakfast? Man, those kids don't know nothing about copper chlorophyll? My favorite color.
Kurt Cobain drops guitar to stop an assault live.
I hate the idea of marriage, but oh my god, I would, Kurt. I was born the same day he died and have always just known who he was. I would get really mad when I was younger when people would stick a camera in my face and knew how to swear before I could barely talk. Get that out of my face, prick.
Whoa, ma'am.
Ma'am! These new textbooks must be crazy. I also knew how to read and write without any education. I was reading and spelling at 4-1/2 before school. When my mom would want to swear, she would spell the word, and I would then say it. So, yeah, I was too smart, and loved getting into trouble. Psh, show off. Not feeling so safe with all those capitals and laughing emojis. I feel attacked just looking at them, standing there. Menacingly! National anthem played randomly on the radio in the cafeteria and a bunch of us just stopped, faced the radio, applauded when it finished, and then resumed eating lol. This is pretty much what schools subliminally train you to do. This might have actually happened. Then that means this post is falsely advertised.
At laundry today, 3 mortals attempted to intimidate me, unaware of my divine powers. I extended my hand and clicked my fingers, then asked them a simple question. Do you know the secrets of yoga fire? They are not sure why this changed their mind, but it did.
Okay, Jedi. I made a new friend at fitness class today. When I told her I was a technical writer and that I've always enjoyed writing, she responded,
You know, I can tell you're a writer. When you talk, it's like a rainbow.
That might be my favorite compliment anyone has ever given me. Yeah, like a rainbow of
Lies.
Unless that really happened. Then good for you. Some years back, my ex-wife asked me to go running with her at the park for some cardio. She had been lifting weights, running and eating right since we had divorced. I was on my usual burning blunts and eating bad routine. But for some reason, she wanted to challenge me to a foot race. I casually dusted her 5 straight times, even at one point looking back at her while running. As she was holding back her tears, telling me she doesn't understand it, I just shrugged and told her,
I'm a man and you're a woman.
I mean, with that bad eating routine, has he considered that it was actually her passing him multiple times and he didn't know it just cause, he was super flippin' blazed, bruh? I give this test to everyone I interview. If you want the #job, you have 3 seconds to provide the correct answer.
You'd be surprised to hear all the ridiculous excuses I've heard from people who either gave me the wrong answer or couldn't provide one. My 6-year-old solved it in 30 seconds.
Only for genius. 3 times 3 minus 3 divided by 3 plus 3.
Whoa! Hold on. How come your daughter gets 30 seconds but we only get 3? Kinda like this guy has some bias towards his own daughter. It's always the ones you never suspect.
Bro, in school, I got an adrenaline rush right after my teacher yelled at me. She literally begged for mercy. My eyes turned red and school had to go into lockdown.
Yo guys, do not mess with this guy. He might spread whatever turned his eyes red to you. Cause that can't be normal, right? Adrenaline rushes are gonna be the least of his worries. He should get that checked, honestly. What is the scariest thing that you've experienced alone that no one believed?
2 things. When I was in the Navy, the submarine I was stationed on was sinking. I noticed and single-handedly saved the ship and the crew. Second, I was driving from Missouri to Louisiana after New Year's. There was a blizzard. A truck ran me off the road and I ended up flipping and rolling multiple times. I ended up having to flip the car back over. Luckily, the car turned on. I had to drive it an hour back to my friend's house in a blizzard, with no windows as they were busted out. I made it through with a single drop of blood from a finger prick from the broken glass. A true hero.
Woo! I finally got you all out just before a submarine sank to the bottom.
What have you done?
The submarine was sinking.
That's what they do!
I was in 6th grade, maybe 7th, when a classmate gave himself a prison tattoo on his ankle. His mom spotted it a week or so later, and they literally cut it off him. I remember him bringing the chunk to school in a jar of formaldehyde. What? Hey guys, so heard some people wanted to see my tattoo. Then he pulls up the jar and the teacher's just like, no! That guy in the blue was on it.
Yo. I watched this clip like 10 times. Great footwork and instincts. Instantly blocked his face and twisted for a right cross. That was legit.
You can tell he's been in a real fight. I grew up getting beaten within an inch of my life. Not parent, but grew up near enough on the streets, and I was forced to go out with my mother's friend and her 2 kids. The older of the kids was walking with the mother, and the younger one was walking ahead to the house. Halloween. So I was speed walking to keep up with him. As we approached the house, there was a caravan to the right, and as the little brother was knocking on the door, I saw Shadow can fly around the corner towards him. So I swung for where the head would be, immediately clipping the side of the caravan. What is this guy talking about? Turned out, it was my own shadow. But I've been on top many situations not to swing at the first sign of danger and apologize after. The reaction the guy had was almost certainly real. Watching the video, I was wondering why everyone had a flight instinct. Then my blue guy showed up. Bro, what? What? Like, I'm still hung up on that I saw a shadow can fly around the corner towards it. What do you mean a shadow can fly? What shadow? The shadow of a fly? Or... Huh? He canceled his wedding to attend my session. One of my students canceled his
stop
wedding
reading
to watch
that.
me live this
He didn't
Saturday
leave his
with
wedding.
$1 million worth of
I was
Upwork
there.
scaling system.
Stop
I
spreading
sell this Upwork
misinformation
scaling
on the
system for
internet.
$97. It helped me
I
scale
said
to
stop
$700,000
reading.
plus on Upwork.
Stop
for
reading,
$43.
please.
But for his handout,
Stop.
I'm going to give it out for
Please.
free.
Stop reading.
Jerry from Leeds says everywhere he goes, he is mistaken for Justin Bieber, and it's gotten so bad even his own mother mistook him for the pop star. He said, I can just be walking down Brigade, and young girls start to scream, and I'm like, baby, 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 no, it's just me, Jerry. At first glance, I thought it was just 2 of the same photo, but looking again, I can see whoever that is on the right has their mouth closed, and Jerry, I mean the mystery man, whoever that is, has their teeth showing. What even is Jerry? Is Jerry even real? Like, no. If you enjoyed this video, how about we strike a deal? You like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll create more videos. Pretty sweet deal, right? Please shake my hand.